Sounds good. All right. Welcome to PowerTrade. My name's Ted Posobiec, and let's get started with a disclaimer here. And just remember that there is risk in trading, and you really shouldn't be trading money that you can't afford to lose. I am not a financial advisor. I am a full-time futures trader. PowerTrade trading format. This is a 20-minute trading session on a new topic every week. Live trade for about 10 minutes around 2 o'clock. Join me in a 20-minute interactive mastermind shortly after that. Is the microphone on? If your computer has a working microphone, you may be asked to join the conversation during the mastermind. Your participation is very important and will help accelerate your learning curve. Each mastermind includes wins. Tell us about your best trade of the week so far. Lessons. What did you learn this week that would benefit others? Q&A. What can we help clarify that will help you be a better trader? About WINvesting. WINvesting was established in early 2009. We've helped thousands of students, thousands of traders like you in over 53 countries around the world. Our focus is to help you get real-world profits without risking hard-earned cash. We do that via our 6-step profitability path so you can learn in a virtually risk-free and stress-free environment. You can check that out at www.winvesting.com for more information on that. About your host, my name is Ted Posobiec, Chief Trading Strategist at WINvesting.com. I am a professional day trader, primarily futures. I host the daily E-mini insider trading room at WINvesting. Quick housekeeping notes, replays. We are recording this and we'll put the post the replays out as soon as possible. Participate. Your active participation will help you reinforce what you've learned. Send topics for future power trades to support at WINvesting.com. If you have something that you want to go over, let us know. We'll try to do something about it. Just send that topic in to support at WINvesting.com. Part one of our training, powerful paper trading, how to practice your way into profits. Overview. Why practice trading? 3 most important considerations for creating effective practice habits. Creating practice schedule. What should I practice? Practicing with no intention. And how I practice. So why do you want to practice? Why do I want to practice on anything? Practicing trades in simulation, also known as paper trading, is a crucial part of as a successful trader. If you don't set aside time to practice each week, you might as well plan on throwing your money away. That's what I did at first. I didn't practice. I just followed somebody, and until I sat down and set up a schedule for myself, that's where the things started to come into play. There was other things that were involved, but I needed to practice the trade. I needed to practice the setup and so on. So things that you need to consider. Number 1, environment. Where you practice can be just as important as what you practice. Find a room where you have the least amount of distractions. Temporarily minimize or eliminate your biggest distraction. My personal distractions included TV, so I turned it off. Kids, find a way to keep them busy. People coming into my office when I still had a day job. Close the door. That didn't work for where I worked. It was always an open door. But you can do that. Phones, put the phone on mute, vibrate, or do not disturb. Consideration number 2, materials. Make sure you have all the things ready. Your computer's ready. Your charts are ready. Notes, pens, pencils, notebook. Your checklist. Rules of each trade setup. Time allotment. Schedule time for your practice trading. Excuse me. Sorry about that. The time allotment. Schedule time for practicing trading, including back testing. Don't be in a hurry. I find that when I was always in a hurry, I made more mistakes, and I had to take my time. So take your time. It will eliminate a lot of the problems you'll have in the future. Creative practice schedule. The amount of time to practice trading varies from trader to trader. I know some traders who are up all night practicing and most of the day after they're done trading. I used to be one of those. I don't do that anymore, but I had the time, and it worked for me then. Today I find that just spending 20 minutes, 30 minutes a day is good enough for me now, or even an hour for the whole week. The amount of time you should spend on practicing each week depends on how much time you have to spare, how committed you are to trading for income. Is this a hobby or is it a business? How quickly you want to improve. Let's start with at least 30 minutes a day. I put in 30 to 60 minutes every day on an average when I was learning more. Sometimes I'd even put in more than that. But if you start out with 30 to 60 minutes a day, that's great. And I still practice today. Break it up into sections of 10 to 15 minutes at a time. I find that when I did sit down for longer than that, 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours at one shot, I just got drained. And then I found myself playing around doing things I shouldn't be doing, trying to making the trading, back testing, market replay. I started using playing it like a video game, and that's what you do not want to do. Don't get into that habit. When you start finding yourself playing around, that's the time you know you need to get up and take a break. What should I practice? Things that I wish I had started with: learning how to trade my platform. The platform is a very important part of your trading, regardless of what platform you're using. I use NinjaTrader. Knowing how to navigate through it, finding different things, troubleshooting, so on. Learn how to use the various tools in the trading platform. Where to quickly find answers to the questions using your trading platform, whether it be on the platform itself or through a website. You can always find the answers there. Some of the YouTube stuff also helped. Learn the setups that you're interested in. Get into the trade at the optimal entry point when the trade is setting up. That's what you should be practicing. You see the setup, you see the indicators, whatever you're using. It doesn't matter what you're using. Know where to get it, know where to pop it in, how to get into it, how to change things around, how to move your stops, how to move your targets if needed. Practice your setup at a time. Practice one setup. That's what I mean, is practicing one setup at a time. I would go in and try to practice 5 or 6 different things at one time, and it was just a mess. How to use the ATM, exactly, Chris. That's what you want to know. And everybody has. If you're not using NinjaTrader, I pretty much can't help you there. But That's what I needed to learn. I didn't know how to do all of that stuff when I first started, so that's where I actually ended up starting, was practicing how to use the tools, drawing tools, putting indicators on, taking them off, putting targets in, moving my targets to where I needed them to go, or entries rather, and then moving my targets around, whether it be at a swing area or a fib level for an entry or a target. But you'll need to know how to do that. I'm practicing now on Ninja 8 because Ninja 8 actually works a little different. And once I have that all down, I will be bringing that out to y'all. Discovering the most effective setups on one or two indicators at a time. So I wouldn't have, or I did have, maybe 8, 9 different indicators on at one time. I found it very discouraging. Find one or two, 3, and practice with those. Then keep moving on. Then add your next one if you're going to add indicators. So that's what you should be practicing there with, like say EMAs or the MACD, if you're interested in that. Find out when a certain EMA and the MACD hits 0. Do you go short, long? It just depends, whatever your setup might be. And you should have that already in your setup rules. Even if you don't have them written down yet, or you've gotten them from someone else, you should be going off the notes that you already have. Practice with intention. The more you practice with intention to improve, the more profitable your live trading will be. Means don't play around. Don't go through the motions of practicing mindlessly. Will not make you a better trader. I have found that when I was in sim and I would be down, maybe let's say $1,000, whether it would be sim or I couldn't do it live. $1,000, I'd put 20 contracts on and take 5 or 6 ticks to get out of the hole. That's not good. It's not realistic. If you're not going to do it live, you shouldn't be doing it in sim or in your practice. Again, that's where I found myself playing around. You need to push your skills and your understanding of the market a little further each day. Learn one new thing a day. Was my sergeant I had in the Army that told me that. That's all he required of any of us, is that he wanted us to learn one new thing a day. So I carried that forward. As long as I can learn one new thing a day, I'm going to learn 30 things by the end of the month. Even if it's just 1% better per day, adds up over time. Compare this to learning an instrument. For example, I play the guitar. There's an old photo of me. I was actually playing, starting to do some little bit of recording in my shop in Louisiana. But I was getting ready to, I was actually practicing before I was going into the recording studio. I have plenty of guitars there. If I zone out while I'm practicing, I don't make any progress, and I'm just wasting my time. That's when I start thinking about other things that I want to do. Same thing with playing a guitar. The same thing, right there it goes. Here we go. The same thing is true when I was practice trading. I'm distracted or just going through some motions. When I do that, I don't improve as a trader. I didn't improve as a guitar player either. So if I start feeling like I'm zoning out or I have other things on my mind, I'll just drop it. Then the bad habits come in. have a specific intention in mind during your practice, such as learning to know the market better. Each market has its own personality. Try to learn that the market personality. They do change. CL changes more often than I want it to, but that's my favorite market. Everyone has their personality. You'll see that if you look, take CL and compare it to ZB, two totally different personalities there. Getting better at recognizing patterns. That would be something that that I actually do look for even today. I see certain patterns. The patterns are a little different on ZB than they are on CL, but a pullback is a pullback regardless of the market. How far they pull back is what I'm looking for. So recognize those patterns: double bar pullbacks, triple bar pullbacks, double tops, double bottoms, so on and so forth. See if they're lining up with your indicators. Mastering a specific trade setup, regardless of what the setup is. One of my setups, even a time setup, master that that particular way of getting into the trade or managing the trade afterwards. Are you getting in too early? Are you getting in too late? Do you need to come in and bracket a little tighter or move the entries out a little further? Keep notes on that. You will see a pattern starting to set up there for a particular time trade. Stay laser focused on that intention while you're practicing will improve over time. If you start to feel, I can't stress it enough, if you start to feel that you're playing around and goofing off with your practice, you need to step back, wait 10 minutes, come back and try it again. But if you keep continually doing that, what's going to happen if you just keep going on with the bad habits, they're going to follow you into your real trading. How I practice. I take notes of what I'm seeing and what I'm doing. Now I only take one setup at a time that I'm practicing. Crossover and pullback trade. And I'm looking for where it's actually crossing over and where it pulls back. I look for that. That would just be one thing. Before I used to take a time trade, a crossover trade, 6-10 trade, and try to combine it all into one. And my notes were, I'd go through a notebook in a couple of days. Too many notes, and then trying to figure out what was what afterwards. So if I see something on a particular setup, I will go in and take a note of that, make a side note to look at it on another chart. Usually I just use little symbols or check 610. And I usually know what I'm talking about when I go back and look at it. But I don't want to do anything other than that. I'll refer back to my notes often. The notes that I took today, yesterday, last week, if I'm practicing the same thing over and over, take a look on the notes and start taking those notes and bringing those into a set of rules. This may include on the notes what I did right, what I did wrong, and what I can improve on. That would be for each trade that worked or didn't work. Did I get into the trade too soon, even if it worked, or did I hit the enter button instead of the enter long instead of the short? That kind of thing. So it makes me be careful on taking the next setup. Check to make sure I'm following the rules on the things that I have rules for. I need to make sure I keep following the rules. I still break my own rules today. I don't do it as often as I used to, but I follow them pretty good. If the practice went well, I'll go into the next day trading, day of trading in simulation what I've learned. I know that results from practicing will vary from day to day in a live market. I want everybody to be really aware of that. It's not always going to be the same. It's not you're practicing a live, practicing in simulation and practicing in a live market are not going to come in a simulation, meaning market replay. Will give you a little bit of different results. So I don't want to get discouraged with that, knowing that the results do not always come out positive. So just keep that in mind. They are not always going to be the same. Take notes of what went wrong when you are in simulation. Hey, Walt, nice to have you in here. If the day was not what I expected, I will practice later that same day by replaying that day of the trading market. Go ahead and take a look at episode 2 for more information on market replay. That should help you out quite a bit. I have a problem with, I cannot remember how I took the I remember how I took the trade if I'm following my rules, but I can run market replay 6 times and take the same trade in the same direction every time, maybe off a little bit on the price. Let's say I'm going short, the setup is going short, even though that the market goes up and I get stopped out, I would still take that trade because I don't look at that market. I don't remember what way it goes. Yeah, after a time I know it's going to go up, but I still have to take the trade the way it is that the rules say to take it. So don't go into it if you have a good memory of what way the market goes. Wait a day, 2 days, then run that in replay again. Go over my notes. I see if it was the market or if it was me not following my rules. Most of the time it was me not following my rules when I would have the problems. Keep moving forward and never give up. Remember to take notes. It's really important to take notes and keep those notes. Eliminating risk while practicing. Trading in a funded account can help you with your learning curve and eliminate risk while practicing new trade setups. So yes, I do that in Top Step, and works very well for me. If you are a WINvesting member, check out the How to Trade Other People OPM, Other People's Money course in the members area to learn more about getting a funded account. Otherwise, email support at support@winvesting.com rather. Just email us there and ask for information on trading other people's money. Final thoughts. I don't want to be in simulation for very long. I don't want to be known as a professional sim trader, so I want to get into the live market as soon as possible. And trading it in Top Step is a good way to do that. I trade my own account and a Top Step account. It's kind of hard to do both of them at the same time, but I do kind of manage. I understand that trading in a live market will have different results than trading in a market in replay or in sim, but they should not be that far off. I hope everybody had got something out of that. We've got 5 minutes till 2. I want to say welcome, Walt, Dave. Would love to have that fender. Iron Man, yes, I do trade Top Step. So let's go ahead, and I want to get the chart up. If anybody has any questions over what I have covered, I know I went over it pretty quick. I did have a lot of slides there to get over. Remember, this will be recorded, so you will get a copy of that to see. go through the practicing habits. Didn't do that well this morning, but I am up 550 right now, and I'm willing to risk $40. I am not going to risk not even 50 on this trade. I want to stay above 500. We'll get rid of this. Take a look. We did have a real good news report. Popped up. I was in. I took a short somewhere around here. And tried to get in long down here. Wasn't too bad. So with this setup here, I am looking at the swing areas for price to probably pop up. Could take a reversal off from it. I do like the way it's setting up right now. Going sideways here. As long as we don't get a spike prior to it, I'll be good with it. And I am going to go 2 ticks. I'll go in 1 tick above and 1 tick below. I will put an OCO in just in case I get slipped and the orders merge. Right now I'm looking at the bracket here. I don't like that. That's moving down a little too quick. It'll be 1 tick above this green line. So if I get in right now, I'd be at 82 for a long and 71 for a short. But I can see this area right here at 66 where it possibly turn around and come back up. If it does come up here, it's going to it'll either stop right here, come down. But I really like this area up here at 90. I'm going to go ahead and stage the long side because price is down here right now. Normally I'd go into this with 7 tick stop, but I am not going to go under 500 today. Yeah, it looks like I can put that order in there. This may jump right away, or it could take 5, 10, 15 minutes to go. Looks like we got a nice move up of a couple of ticks. I like this. When I say that, I'm looking at the speed of how fast it moved. It was really would like to see it move price a little faster, but it did jump up pretty quick. I think this could go, if it does go and breaks all of these levels, we're looking at probably 10, 15 ticks. Got 13 ticks to the overnight low. Or that's actually the overnight high. Chris, did you understand the entry on the price? Leo, I use on this particular chart, I'm using a 9, 21, and 50 EMA. Everything is flat right now. We're inside the middle of the after the news. It's the same thing as that he used to do, Walt. I am on my own now. I am still with WINvesting. In short, it looks like it's hunting my 4 ticks. It wants my 40 bucks. What I see here, if I open this up a little bit, what I do like about it, I wish 7 tick stop probably would have been better. But what I do like and what I'm seeing is look at how the MAs are fanning apart. I do like that. We do have a crossover here. We had to pull back here. And let's see if we can't get this thing to come down. We ain't going to do it, but let's see if price comes down for us. 3 and 5 tick targets have been working out very well. Now, if this does take me out, I'd be looking for it to come up to this area, this swing here, maybe even in between it, split the difference there, and then probably come back down. So I took a 4 tick loss on that one, down to 510, and I will keep it there. Do want to watch this here. Price comes up to there, I'll know that 7 tick. If it doesn't come up there and then fall, then I'll know that the 7 tick stop was a good one. 9, 21, and 50 on this, Walt. That's what the EMA is. For 2 weeks in a row, after the news on Wednesday here, it fell. Went down 20 ticks with very little pullback. Now, if it does break up into here, I could be trying to go long. It could go up 20 ticks. It is in the middle here. %50 retracement and push back down is another possibility. Actually, this here is 5 minutes prior. It's 5 minutes prior to the hour. So starts at 13:55 and then runs to 1400, 2 o'clock. Well, I would have been taking out 7 ticks. So moving my target down to 4 saved me $30. I'm pleased with that. Still would not have been taken in on the long side yet. There are so many down options here to take. Could have faded the range right here down. Just boxy right now. If it doesn't move after up to 230, 220 rather, then it's going to end up going sideways. You can usually look at taking this trade once or twice between 2 o'clock and 2:25. Once it hits 2:45, it's pretty much done. Just walk away. All right, let's go back. I'm going to move this up so I can keep an eye on it. Bring it down if I see something else happening. Part 3 of the Mastermind: wins, lessons, and Q&A. The Mastermind wins. What was your best trade so far this past week? If you have a microphone, let me know, and I'll unmute you. Otherwise, type it into the chat box. Yesterday, I was down better than $300. I left, came back, and seen a bond trade set up, and I got into the trade. When I took this picture, I looked, if you remember what I did last week with the extensions, I ran the extension tool, found a target a little further down, ended up going for 20 ticks on it rather than the 10. And I trailed my stop after this picture was taken. I trailed it to 2 ticks above the 50 EMA to start with, and I didn't stay and watch the whole thing. I did went and mowed lawn, put the lawnmower on the deck on the lawnmower and stuff like that, and I just come back in and out and watched it, tightened it up a little bit, and just let it go. So this is my best trade of the week. It pulled me. I was pretty much out of the hole before this trade. Actually, I was out of the hole. This one here helped me push it over the limit. Let me know if you guys have. Let me know what your best trade of the week is. This one here is mine, and this here is what I ended up for yesterday: $847.50. So The other chart was a 233. I don't care what chart I'm looking at. Just happened to catch this one, this photo on the 1 minute chart. And it took almost to 2 o'clock to get the trade to go all the way. The entry on the ZB trade, uh, $12.05, somewhere around here. This is where I got in. It went down, pulled back, double bar pullback, came down. You could see that it also was the overnight low, was right here. So double bar pullback, came back down. There's a lot of reasons for the trade. I didn't see it when it crossed over, pulled back to the 50, but once it crosses over using a 233, this would be the London swing or 610 setup. Price pulled down below it, pulled back up, but I'd seen the double bar pullback, got in on the double bar pullback right here. It probably got me in on this one because this one here, once it pushed through it, because I remember it bouncing here, coming down 2 or 3 times, and didn't get filled, and finally it got filled. And not really, it just happened to be that time when I looked at the chart. I was not using it as a time trade, Joel. So not too bad for yesterday and today. Anybody else have a good setup? Remember, I'll be more than happy to turn your mic on for you. A mastermind lesson. What did you learn this week that would benefit other traders? If you have a microphone, let me know. I'll unmute you and put you on. Otherwise, just type it into the chat box. What I learned was I had to learn, and still learning, to be a little more patient when things aren't going well for me. I just need to get up, walk away, come back, and sometimes you can get so focused onto something that you are going to see what you want to see. And you'll end up taking trades that you shouldn't. You're doing a hope thing. So if I find that I'm starting to overtrade, it might not even be overtrading, but I keep taking trades and they're not going in my direction, I just need to step away and then come back. Learn not to deviate from rules, even if you're experiencing a drawdown. Very good, Joel. The rules that you have set up, I don't know what your rules are, but your rules, if you've tested it, back tested it, too many times, what people will do, they'll do all the back testing, the simulation, the market replay, and it works great then. And then when they get into it live, they don't give it enough time. You will have losses. You will have a drawdown. If you stick with it, and make sure that it could have been the market that particular day or even 2 days. Then again, it could be you. That's why you need to take notes. Was it you that had the problem, or was it the market that has the problem? If the market has a problem, there's not much you can do about it. But if you have the problem, you can try to fix that. Good, Joel. Joel had 3 consecutive losses on 6J this morning, and then this afternoon he is now slightly up. Is it because you had to walk away, or did you stay there? Was it the same technique, same rules? You stayed? The same rules, yeah. So the market might not be playing in you, and then what happens when you start, you have a consecutive day, if you have 3 consecutive days of losing, take a couple of days and go into simulation, or take the next day and go into simulation. Get 3 trades in a row that work, then hit it again the next day. So give yourself a day break or a trade break. I really don't think it's necessary to go in. If you got a method that works and you have everything, you know you've done it yourself, the back testing, stick with it. And don't jump around from trading somebody else's method or trying to find that indicator that's the greatest indicator in the world. Because it might work today and it won't work tomorrow, and then you just look for something else. What you have will work for you. Just learning it and understanding it, understanding the market. Have a good idea what news is coming up will have an effect on a lot of things. With your setup, if you have a setup that Joel is talking about, 3 consecutive losses is expected. Okay, if that is expected, then you'd keep trading. I don't expect myself. I don't expect to lose 3 trades in a row. I do, but I know why I have taken those losses. Some of it's mine. Yeah, good, very good, Joel. What can we help clarify that will help you be a better futures trader? If you have a microphone, let me know and I'll unmute you. Otherwise, type it into the chat box. If you have something that you want to go over to, that I can help clarify, the training, anything that we have discussed in the past, I'd be more than happy to go over that with you. I think I run through this quite a bit. Looks like CL did break down again, went up to the high, this level here, and broke down. Could have made a little bit there. Could wait for a pop-up back here and take it back down. I'm looking at this whole area here. I'd really like to see it come in and break down. With being 20 after, not much going on, I'm not interested in anything on this now. I was really hoping to see this come down 20 ticks. I think this is the first day that I've lost on one of these in a long time. On a Wednesday, anyway. I was really thinking that I was going to take longer on the slides on the training. How to what I do for practicing. When I say I don't practice as much, I still practice every day. I get done. It's not as intense as it used to be. I would run hundreds and hundreds of hours on market replay, learning a setup. Thanks, Anthony. Thanks. Yeah, I lost because you came into the room. Yep. Thank you. No. That's quite all right, man. Thanks, Walt. I hope you're doing all right. It's been a long time. Your next step here, where to go from here. Review your notes and take action on at least one thing you've learned. Visit us at WINvesting, www.winvesting.com, and check out our profitability path. Send in your feedback and suggestions for future episodes. Send that in to support@winvesting.com. So you got some here. Thanks, Joel. Your practice presentation was excellent. I will use that process. Thanks. I hope this will help other people out. Get your times, get everything together, get it gathered up and ready to go and do it. Just remember to take breaks, not only in practice, but take breaks while you're trading also. Get up, move around, walk outside, pick the cat up off your desk and take him out the door. That's what happened earlier. Thanks, Frank. So send in anything that you have for future episodes to WINvesting at support@winvesting.com. Do I trade the EIA report? Occasionally. It's not every time. I think it's a good trade. I'll probably do that tomorrow. I think that is tomorrow. Let me look. Tomorrow tomorrow I will be taking the news trade at 8:30. Definitely. Durable goods, international trade, and jobless claims all coming in at the same time. Definitely going to do that. The EIA, you're talking about the oil report. I do take it, but I like to take it after the report. I did take it after the report today and made $100. I was going for 10 ticks, 3 ticks. I did not take the trade live today in the at the EIA, the EIA trade, petroleum report. It is a nice trade, but just remember this. Walt, I'm trading NQ more now. TF might be getting back into that later this year. I haven't looked at ES in quite a while. But I do talk to other guys that are trading it. They're doing good on the ES. One guy that I know trades the TF. I just don't like it when everything is pushing the highs that they have. Yeah, Nancy, I do have an open range on ZB. What I want to get at, when you're doing the oil report trade, tomorrow we also have nat gas. Just remember this, whatever you get in simulation most likely will not be close to what happens in new in a live account. You can win all the time in sim, but once you go into live, it's a whole different ball game. I was at a boot camp and lost better than $2,000 on that trade one time. The fills are going to be completely different. A lot of times in simulation, there's no way to get that fill when price doesn't even go into that direction. Slippage is a little different in it too. Usually if I have a 10 tick target, I'm going to get 10 ticks. In simulation, you could get $200-300. and you might only have your target at 3 ticks. There is occasions when I will get a better target than what I was going for, but usually when that happens, just remember this: if you can make $1,000 on a trade, you can lose that $1,000 just as easy with that particular trade. Then what would your stop be? I don't know if CL went 40 ticks. I am in. I like being in before the announcement, but I don't mind being. See, I'm a scalper. 40 ticks. I do get 40 ticks. I do get 50 ticks at times, but I'm looking for. I need everything to set up right for it. There was definitely that 40 ticks in CL today. No, if I do 80 ticks a day, well, that'd be $800. My daily goal is 400. Yeah, you'd have to get in before the announcement for that 40 ticks. See, I don't mind if I get $100. If I take 8 trades a day and make $100 on 8 trades, that's fine with me. I don't care if I have to take 16 trades to make it. But my daily goal, I am over 400 today, but there's reasons why I get to do that. But if I hit 400 on the nose, I have to quit completely. I'm done. No, with ZB, I'll do an open range with ZB. Looking at it on gold again. I used to do it on all the markets. And then I got into other things that were making just as good, but I'll start looking at other markets again. ES is where I'd actually started the open range trade on. 15-minute. I had a 10-minute, 15-minute, and 30-minute. But I would only use one of them at a time. All right. That brought us right up to 2:30. Again, thanks, Nancy, for all your questions and your comments that you put in. And I want to thank everybody very much for coming out and sticking around this long. Sorry we didn't make, actually SECL did break down. That would have been a good trade to stay in. If you know what, if I had a 100 tick stop, I'd still be in that trade. Have a good one, everybody. I don't recommend anybody doing that. Have a great day. Bye.